Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel.
Our channel.
I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Mark.
And today we're going to talk about
Siclo.
Okay, obviously we are dressed like we just worked out because
Yeah,
we did.
we did.
We did.
We did.
We did it.
We did it.
So, we just went to a spinning class here in Mexico City that's called Siclo.
Siclo.
S-I-C-L-O.
Oh, Siclo.
Siclo. Entonces,
Entonces.
we're going to talk about Siclo. It's pretty similar to most spinning classes in the United States, specifically Soul Cycle,
Yeah.
Equinox spinning classes I've been to. And it's about half the price, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So
I think it's the best part. The price.
I think the
Could
best
be
part
the
is
best
the
part.
endorphins.
Yeah. Do you think so?
Yeah, because I always feel good when I leave a Siclo class.
Of course.
So, Mark, tell us about Siclo. What's the first step?
Okay.
Tell me.
Yeah. No. So.
So, we're talking about Siclo.
Yeah, we're talking about Siclo. How could be your first class, right?
Okay, yes. How will your first class be?
Okay.
So, first, Mark, you're doing so much of this. Okay, so for Siclo, you need to register. You can go online to their website or you can download their app. You have to buy a class first, and then there will be a map.
It's very important to say you can go to Siclo and say like, hello, I'm here. No, it's not possible.
It's never going to be available. It's
No.
always full. Scott, thank you so much for licking our hand. So you definitely need to reserve your class in advance, and sometimes there is wait list, but usually not. The next thing is on the day of your class, we recommend getting there about 10 to 15 minutes early.
10, yeah.
Because
at least 5 minutes.
I would say if it's your first time, 10 or 15.
Yeah, it's better.
Because you will have to get shoes, you'll have to figure out your size in Mexico.
And preparate.
And be prepared. So definitely bring a water bottle. They give you a towel, they give you shoes.
Yes.
And then when you get your shoes, you put everything in your locker. There are codes you can put on the locker so you can lock everything up.
Yeah, and always it's somebody
There's
available.
always someone to
very
help
nice
you.
person there
And
to helping you.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, people are really friendly. The people who work there, they're so nice, and almost everyone speaks English also, which is awesome.
Do you think so?
Yes, because every time I go up, I don't know my bike number, and so I'll be like, and they'll be like, which bike are you?
Oh my gosh.
How do you know that?
I didn't know.
I was just wondering what my bike number was. Excuse me. No, but they're awesome. Like, I can't recommend them enough.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah,
And then you could say, hey, it's my first class, or hola, es mi primera clase.
Yeah. Good job.
And that is how you can say it in Spanish. And then you can say, can you help me set up my bike? ¿Me puedes ayudar? Como ajustar mi bici.
That's it. And they can show you how is working, how's work.
How the bike works.
No, not the bike, the class, about the class.
Yes, usually the instructor will tell you how the class works.
Yeah.
So once you get
the rules, it's very important to follow the rules.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, so that you don't get hurt and so that you're on the same beat as everyone. I think one of the coolest things about Siclo is being on the same beat as everybody else.
Yeah, it's
very
cool.
It's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
So also, sorry, we have Scout right here. We're saying
we have a kid here.
We have a cutie.
A cutie dog.
A cute dog. So the person from Siclo will help you set up your bike. Basically, you want your seat to be the height of your hips.
Yes.
And then you want the width of your
arm.
elbow to your to your fingertips. That will be the seat, the tip of the seat to the handlebars. So handlebar is manubrio in Spanish. Seat is asiento, and then there's a
bike is bici.
and then the wheel you have to turn in the middle, ¿Cómo se llaman? They just talk about it in terms of spins. They say
I don't know.
tres a la derecha, cuatro a la derecha, which is three
like
to the right, four to the right.
The fours. I don't know how to say it.
And then
even in Spanish.
I mean,
no,
they don't talk about it. So,
yeah.
But you do need to turn that knob. It's called a knob. Scout. Oh, okay. So you need to turn that knob based on what the instructor tells you, and that will give you the right amount of leverage when you're pedaling the bike. And then the other thing is that there's a lever in the middle, and that's called palanquita.
Yeah.
So that's called a little stick.
You're right.
And sometimes the instructor will say palanquita a la derecha.
In the middle.
And that means you need to move it.
To the right.
To the right.
To the left.
And if you move it to the right, it adds a lot of resistance. So when you're doing
very much
a mountain.
Yeah.
A montaña, you'll need to add that. So then the instructor will start getting into the class. It's really loud music, dark room, they'll add lights. It's like being in a club, which is really fun.
Yeah. And it's really cool.
It's a really cool vibe. Like everyone's really nice. It's like
everybody is very focused.
Focused,
yeah. In that. Focused. Eso
Focused.
Focused.
Okay, we can edit this out, baby. It just sounds like you're saying everyone's very fucked up. Entonces, so then at the end of class, also the other thing is when you go into class, you'll want to pick up weights. So they have 1 to 5 pounds, and they are these little like pockets behind the bike where you can put the weights. And then about
I think it's 10 or 15 minutes before the ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Ending the class.
After 30 minutes of the class, or 40. No, it's a 45-minute class, so usually after 35, you'll do 1 or 2 songs of just weights, and the instructor will get off the bike and say, okay, go like this, just follow the instructor. Crossing.
Rutina.
Like this. Okay. So that is, I think, everything you need to know about Siclo. Afterwards, you just take your weights back, and then you put your towel in one bin and your shoes in the other.
It's pretty easy.
It's pretty. It's straightforward once you've done it before, but I think the first time it can be a little intimidating or a little bit much, especially if Spanish is not your first language. But I'm here to say that I go to Siclo a lot, and I do just fine. Also, sometimes I don't know what's going on, and I just look at the person behind me.
You tell us before they can speak English. So
yes, they do, and
no
sometimes
worries about anything.
Sometimes there are instructors who do say things in English, or there are a lot of songs that will be in English or Spanish. And if you have questions before, you could always say to the instructor, "Hey, if you're able to catch the instructor prior, you could say, hey, I don't speak Spanish, but I'm really excited about your class." And if they speak English, they might be able to say, okay. Yes. 3 turns for this gringa in the back, but not in a bad way. People are really friendly about it, and we were the class we just were in. There were a lot of people from the United States in it. Yeah,
we met there. That's not true. Just kidding.
Not true. We'll talk about that another time. Thank you so much for watching. Please
follow us,
subscribe, like, follow, share,
everything. Peace.